7 reasons why 99% of relationships fail. Try as we might, it can sometimes seem impossible to keep even the strongest relationships intact. But while TV and films offer plenty of quipping about how many relationships fail, there seems to be less information on why they fail. This video is brought to you by GoMarry.com, the biggest marriage-only relationship service. Unlike regular dating sites that only promise you another date, our members are ready and looking for commitment, marriage, and family. Don't waste time on dating sites talking to insincere people. Find your perfect husband or wife to start your family right now at GoMarry.com. Number 7. Differing expectations. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of new love and forsake pesky details like whether or not both of you want marriage, differing parenting styles, or simply a different image of what a long-term relationship would require from each party. These types of expectations, when not met, can lead to gradually developed resentment from both parties. This type of resentment will inevitably lead to silent but deadly underlying tensions that will quickly lead to separation. Number 6. Growing apart. As time goes on, many couples eventually cite things like boredom, staleness, or being in a rut as the cause of relationship trouble. But what all of these things result from is a decreased effort from both partners, typically caused by gradually growing apart. As you and your partner begin to spend more time emotionally invested in other pursuits, the victim is always going to be your relationship. Number 5. Forgiveness. Learning to forgive is one of the hardest things we can do. It's no surprise that most of the world's religions have specific discipline towards it. This possibly lost art is one that is key to the strongest of marriages. There's no doubt that during a lifetime together, both partners will inevitably need to forgive the other. After all, people make mistakes. Dr. John Gottman, in his book Why Marriages Succeed or Fail and How You Can Make Yours Last, talks about how the resentment that can be caused through an inability to forgive is a leading cause of sexual and emotional distance in relationships. The problem with this distance, obviously, that can only be fixed through forgiveness, which has already been proven a weakness. This cycle creates an almost certain basis for separation for far too many couples. Getting married to the right person can ensure clear communication and better development of vital skills like forgiveness. This is where GoMarry.com comes in. GoMarry.com is the biggest marriage-only relationship service. Unlike regular dating sites that only promise you another date, our members are ready and looking for commitment, marriage, and family. Don't waste time on dating sites talking to insincere people. Find your perfect husband or wife to start your family right now at GoMarry.com. Number 4. Familial or societal pressure. Many people have strong influences in their life. Whether those include family, friends, or traditional social pressures, there are things that can detrimentally erode a marriage that could have otherwise succeeded. It's vital to carefully gauge the effect that you allow the opinions of family to have on your choices. After all, it is the person making the decision that must live with it in the end. On the opposite side, we see the pressure to hurry into marriage. Families often exert this pressure on people of both genders, while it is believed that women suffer more from the dual pressures of family and society, with studies showing that there is still a clear stigma around single women in their 30s. According to certified marriage therapist Jane C. Johnson, this pressure leads to rash decisions and rushed marriages that stand little chance of success from the start. Johnson points out that people have to stop living and loving for others in order to develop strong and healthy marriages. Number 3. When the marriage is all about the wedding. We're led to believe that a wedding is the most important day of your life, but while it is important, how you handle the marriage that follows is far more important than getting the right color of napkins to match the tablecloth. According to Amy Morin, a psychotherapist and author of 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do, too many couples are spending their time planning their wedding and not enough time planning their marriage. This is time that can be spent learning about one another's expectations of marriage and how to distribute certain roles and responsibilities in it. Number 2. Getting to know yourself first. Unfortunately, many people find themselves in relationships with other people before they have fully formed one with themselves. While different hobbies and interests can help both partners grow in a healthy relationship, the people entering a marriage should be stable on core elements of themselves. If someone marries too young or prior to learning about themselves fully, they're at risk of changing fundamental aspects of themselves that may have well been the key components of the connection they have formed with their partners, leaving both spouses feeling misunderstood and alienated. Before we get to the number 1 entry in our list, make sure you subscribe to GoMarry and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. Also, take a moment to leave us a like. Number 1. A smart investment. Sharon Sadler of the SOS Marriage Network is fast to remind couples that investment goes beyond money and includes time and educational investments. What this means is that while you may be the breadwinner of the home, you also need to ensure that you're devoting adequate time to your spouse. But what is time if it isn't spent wisely or is it spent arguing? This is why an educational investment is also important. Don't be afraid to go out and fight for your marriage. An educational investment can include things like couples counseling or books on the topic of marriage. By continuing to grow and develop yourself, you will ensure that your relationship does the same. A successful marriage is not a given and requires the cooperation and input of both spouses. Each marriage is different, and each one demands that you take time to learn about it and the quirks that both you and your partner bring. Any marriage requires hard work and commitment. With so many challenges, it can easily seem discouraging. But when you begin your marriage alongside someone who shares the same goals and ambitions as you, you're beginning a marriage on the right foot. That's where GoMarry.com comes in. GoMarry.com is the biggest marriage-only relationship service. Unlike regular dating sites that only promise you another date, our members are ready and looking for commitment, marriage, and family. Don't waste time on dating sites talking to insincere people. Find your perfect husband or wife to start your family right now at GoMarry.com.